First Alert Storm Team has issued a weather alert day.
A busy weather day today, and we've got the photos coming in here. This is from the Forest River area. Deb took this photo of the snow on the ground, and it's still coming down at this point in time. And we've been adding up those snowfall reports for you. Here's a look at some of the places that we've gotten snowfall reports in. Grand Forks, 3 inches of snow there. Valley City and Emerado at 2, and in Steele County, 1.5 inches of snow there. Fargo, not much for snow just yet, but we did get 0.2 of an inch of freezing rain, and that's a lot, coating a lot of those colder surfaces. And we'll be adding snow to our reports coming in here as well throughout the rest of the day. This is a view of I-29 in Grand Forks. You can see that we've got ice on the camera, snow on the road surface here. And then one other hazard to point out, there's standing water in the ditch next to the road. Doesn't look too deep there, but there are some places where it is a lot deeper. And so if you run into this ice and have some trouble on the road, don't want to end up in the ditch at this point in time. So if you can just stay home and not travel, that's the best thing to do today. Looking at I-94 rather in Jamestown, more snowy areas there. Looks like most of the road surface is open, at least in the right-hand lane, but off to the left we've got some snow on the road. So not ideal conditions, both west or north. And you can see that's right where we've got that snow right now. To the south and east, it's been more rain, freezing rain, some sleet as well. And we're now starting to see some areas where we were getting a break starting to fill in yet again. And that's in southeastern North Dakota. More of that snow starting to show up here, stretching from Ellendale, where it looks like we've got a heavy snow shower going on right now, stretching up through Valley City and back up toward Grand Forks. And this may be that band that sets up where we're looking at some of those heavier snowfall reports by the time this is all said and done. Fargo right on the edge of this. So back over to Castleton, there's some snow there, and back over to the Oriska area we just showed you. And in Fargo, we're seeing some sprinkles, some areas of drizzle at this point in time, freezing drizzle where our temperatures are lower. And then up to the north, still pretty mild. To the east, we're getting the rain. Grand Forks seeing some snow and more widespread snow in northeastern North Dakota right now. So checking out those temperatures, you can see there's a big difference here. We're looking at teens out to the west, well below freezing, and then over to the east, we're at 43 in Bemidji. So warm air still in play here for our viewers into the east. And I also want to point out, I just mentioned that we had some heavy snow coming down. Those are lightning bolts down in Dickey County. So it looks like we've got some thunder snow happening down to the south and west at this point in time too, or maybe a little bit of thunder sleet going on there as well. So a really dynamic storm system here. Our wind speeds, they're strong. They're especially strong along the Red River and west, getting gusts into the 30s at times, a gust to 35 in Jamestown and in Oaks, and low visibility. And it matches up right where we're seeing a lot of that snowfall. We're at a quarter mile in Cavalier, Langdon, at quarter mile, and other places at a mile or less. So this is also a hazard for us, for anybody who's going to be out and about. Here's a look at that hour-by-hour planner. Again, we're watching that snow fill in the central part of the valley and up toward extreme northwestern Minnesota. Still mild to the east, so when we get that next wave, as it is already starting to move in, we're going to see some of that in the form of rain, freezing rain, and sleet. So we're looking at icing conditions possible in our eastern viewing area. Meanwhile, adding up the snow over to the west. This continues into the nighttime hours tonight. This is 4 a.m. and you can see it starts to break up a little bit, but there are still some areas of snow moving through as we head into tomorrow morning and even into the midday time frame. So here's a look at our ice potential. Again, the focus is more to the east at this point in time, as that's where the warmer air happens to be. Snowfall potential, still looking at several inches in addition to what we've seen, and there may be this narrow band, especially in northwest Minnesota, where we get in that 5+ inch range, getting close to that 7-8 range, and maybe a couple of isolated areas getting into the double digits. So liquid precipitation, this is both the rain and the snow mixed in. We're still looking at, this is on top of what we've had already, some spots in northwest Minnesota in that 1 to 2 range. That's a lot of water moving into a system that is already flooding or is on the rise. So that's something to watch next. Again, ending Friday into Saturday, we finally see the sun return, and we're looking at some warmer temperatures to melt the snow.
Well, you know, Lisa, at least we were able to prepare for it. Thanks for all the hard work this week. Like you said, a complicated system. Thanks for keeping us up to date.
You bet.